Russia slammed President Trump's new national security strategy on Tuesday as imperialist, while China decried it for fostering an American Cold War mentality. The Trump's administration a day earlier unveiled a security paper based on his America First push that accused Moscow of meddling in other countries' internal affairs. A quick read of the parts of the strategy that mention our country one way or another shows an imperialist character, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters, according to Reuters. The paper also showed an unwillingness to give up the idea of a unipolar world, moreover, an insistent unwillingness, disregard for a multipolar world, Peskov added. The strategy paper did not cite specific accusations from American security agencies that Russia meddled in the 2016 U.S. election, but it reflected a long-held view by U.S. diplomats that it undermines American interests at home and abroad. We cannot agree with an attitude that sees our country as a threat to the United States, Peskov said. At the same time, there are some modestly positive aspects, in particular, the readiness to cooperate in areas that correspond to American interests. Trump has touted the benefits of improving relations with Russian strongman Vladimir Putin, even though the Kremlin has frustrated U.S. policy in Syria and Ukraine and done little to aid Washington in its standoff with North Korea. Meanwhile, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Hua Chunying said, "We urge the United States to stop intentionally distorting China's strategic intentions and to abandon outdated notions such as the Cold War mentality and zero-sum game, otherwise it will only harm itself or others." Despite Trump's friendly meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping last month, the 68-page document accuses his country of seeking to displace the United States in Asia, stealing data and spreading features of its authoritarian system. Contrary to our hopes, China expanded its power at the expense of the sovereignty of others, it says. Beijing strongly defended its peaceful development, saying any report which distorts the facts, or maliciously slanders will only do so in vain, Agence France-Presse reported. China will never pursue its own development at the expense of other countries' interests, Hua told a regular news briefing. At the same time, we will never give up our legitimate rights and interests. Speaking Monday after the report's release, Trump took a much softer tone on Russia, citing the benefits of counter cooperation with Moscow. He claimed that a recent CIA tip-off about a terror attack on a cathedral in Putin's hometown of St. Petersburg had prevented deaths in the thousands. They were able to apprehend these terrorists before the event with no loss of life, and that's a great thing, and the way it's supposed to work, Trump said, offering the prospect of better relations.